And today I am solo because Ruby is in a windstorm, but I do have some breaking news. Breaking news. Shout out to people in the comment section. I see you. I see you, my guy, Biggie Boss. He is spitting facts. I will get to that report in a moment. I thought Trump was only indicted but not arrested. That is true. That is true. But we're going to break it down a little more. We're going to read the official Forbes report as we do. Shout out to Biggie for another comment. Like, as far as I know, he's still physically chilling in Florida. He appears to be in court next week in New York. Shout out to Biggie for the information. Shout out to Biggie. I just want to give my boy a shout out. Prayers up for Ruby. Hey, Char, how are you doing? Prayers up to Ruby in the rainstorm. Hopefully her and Mr. Rubes get through it. So I'm solo tonight doing a breaking special news alert, which sometimes you'll see me do it, sometimes you see Ruby do it, depending on what day it is. Sometimes we'll be together. Hopefully we'll be together more. This is going to be officially just on through Restream and not through OBS, which the main show will be. So hopefully we don't have internet issues. I've been going through a bunch of different stuff to make sure it works great for you and everything else. So greeting to Shar. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you and Biggie are having a great day. But first, let's go over some of the news we have. Let's go over the person who got out today. Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate got out on, of course, house arrest. As y'all know, he has been in Romanian prison for up to a few months now. We can talk about that. But let's get into this report real quick. Controversial social media star Andrew Tate. That's correct. BBC account. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to that. Yeah, we do that. But, yeah, but controversial social media influencer Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan are to be moved from custody to house arrest with immediate effect, a Romanian judge has ruled. The ruling by the Court of Appeals in Bucharest replaces the latest period of custody, which was to end on 29th of April. Two associates, Georgina Nagal and Luana Radu, are also being released. All four have been ordered to stay in the buildings where they live unless they have judicial permission to leave. A spokeswoman for the Tate brothers told BBC the brothers were ecstatic. The brothers have been detained since December and are being investigated on allegations of the R-word, people trafficking, and forming an organizing crime group. Both have been denied wrongdoing. Lawyers for Mr. Tate have argued that keeping him in preventive custody is unnecessarily harsh when other judicial options such as house arrest are available. Leaked court documents seen by BBC outline testimony from alleged victims claiming to be forced to earn, I guess it's $8,800 a month on social media platforms under alleged threat of physical violence. Court papers are also described debt being used as a form of psychological coercion. Since the investigations began last April, 6 women have been identified by prosecutors as victims. However, no charges has yet been brought against the brothers or the 2 Romanian associates who are arrested alongside them. In 2016, Mr. Tate, a British American, former kickboxer, was removed from British TV show Big Brother over a video which appeared to show him attacking a woman. He went on to gain notoriety on the internet, with Twitter banning him for saying women should bear responsibility for being. He has since been reinstated. Despite social media bans, he gained popularity, particularly among young men, by promoting what he presented as a hyper-masculine, ultra-luxurious lifestyle. What does that mean? That means Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate are on house arrest. They can't leave the house. They are 100% flight risk. They can't leave the house. While they are still making the case, the judge ruled that it's kind of unfair that you will hold him in prison while you haven't officially charged them. So they felt like it was time to get off. Now, what do I feel? I don't know the evidence at all. If y'all see me a little bit, I'm more middle of the road, want to see both sides, want to present it to you in the most equal way possible so you can make your own decision. I am not a genius in any, some people say I am, but I'm not a genius. I am not a genius. But I do want to present the facts to you. The facts to you is he is a scammer, 100%. He markets to the same group of people over and over again, and it's always desperate men or lonely men. How do I know this? He spent almost a decade, almost an entire decade dedicated to these men. The girl would be in the chat room. He would be talking to these men. So if anybody knows the psyche of a lonely, desperate man, it would be Andrew Tate. He's also a pimp. 7-minute pimp. He has videos on it literally saying what I'm doing is practically pimping. Matter of fact, it's the same thing. Now, is pimping illegal? I don't know if it's illegal or not. But he is accused of more than pimping. He is accused of human trafficking. Yes, that is 100% true. Andrew Tate's praise on insecure men might tell you can be a proud masculine man without being an Andrew Tate NPC. Now, do I think he did the trafficking? I have no clue. You have to show, you got to present the evidence, put it out there. He's 100% a pimp, though. He's 100% pimping. Now, is he coercing them and all that? We have to watch the evidence. I'm not going to accuse the man without me seeing the evidence myself, but he's a pimp, which is tying that line between that. There's a line between the pimp and that, and it's very close. So that's all I say on that. And also, like I said, as Biggie stated, he is a scammer. He knows young men. He knows what desperate men like because he's spoken to them for 10 years in chat rooms when dudes thought they were talking to girls. They were thinking they were talking to some girl that gives them attention, and he was talking to Mr. Tate. So, of course, he knows what these people think. Any dude that can get a girlfriend could see, yo, this dude is manipulating y'all. You know who falls for this? Lonely men and children. You want me to prove it one more time before we go into Donald Trump? I can prove it right here for you. His first business, cam girl site. Who is the target market of a cam girl site? Anybody who has ever done any business. You ever been a manager? You ever been over something? You ever did reports and any forecasting charts in business? You would know the main thing is a target audience. Cam girl sites are automatically lonely or young men. Okay, casinos. Typically desperate people tend to go to the casino. People who want fame quickly, which goes to his second thing that he's doing now, ultra luxurious lifestyle. Ultra luxurious lifestyle is the thing he goes for. So now he knows what people want from a casino, how they want to be rich. And also he knows what these desperate men want. So guess what he does? He makes Hustler University. He makes Hustlers University, which goes after both of these type of men. And now he has a little bit of a code. Listen, once I warned you about this, and you still follow, I can't do nothing about it. You're a mark. You are simply a mark. Yo, he got his marks. They supporting him. Listen, no problem with me. I gave you the rundown on what he is. If you still want to be a mark, cool. I have no problem. Be your mark. You're a great mark. You are a target audience. I warned you. I don't have a Bugatti, so you don't have to listen to me. I don't have a Bugatti. You don't have to listen to me at all. Even though I've done a lot in my life, I have fun. I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination. Most of the stuff I did for experience. I like experiencing new things, but so I don't have a Bugatti though, so you don't have to listen. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. Y'all like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? If we go up here and we like and subscribe, maybe I get a Bugatti and maybe some of these young kids will listen to me. I'm a built dude. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not little by any stretch of the imagination. I'm 210 pounds of mostly muscle. Got a little belly, and I can lose that though. But you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna take me nothing but 2 months. So if y'all want to, y'all also see that tip me. That's for me. Huh? This is for me. This is for Zell May. So that tip me if you hit that thing. You want to support me. This we closer to a Bugatti. I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling. On to the second and probably more important situation to America. Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, was indicted Thursday on charges stemming from his alleged hush money payments to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. An unprecedented event for a former president will lead to him being arraigned in court next week, but not held in custody or being forced to end his presidential campaign. When will Trump surrender? After being indicted by the grand jury on Thursday, Trump is expected to turn himself in to authorities in Manhattan on Tuesday. His attorney, Susan R. Nicholas, told New York Times. What has Trump been indicted for? Trump has reportedly been indicted for on more than 30 counts related to business fraud. CNN reports and is expected to be indicted for falsifying business records tied to hush money payments for Daniels, as he allegedly reimbursed ex-attorney Michael Cohen for paying Daniels through the Trump Organization, labeling the charges as legal fees, which can be a felony in New York, which would if they were falsified to cover up a crime. Could he go to prison? The expected charges against Trump could carry a prison sentence up to 4 years if he's convicted. When will we see an indictment? The indictment is now filed under seal, and it won't be made public until Trump's arraignment in court unless Manhattan District Attorney makes it available early. What happens if Trump doesn't voluntarily surrender? If Trump doesn't voluntarily surrender, as expected, and is still at home in Florida and Mar-a-Lago, he would have to be extradited, which would either have to be approved by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, Trump's main rival for the 2024 presidential nomination. Ron DeSantis ain't that bold. Trump still got a hold of that audience. Could DeSantis block Trump from being arrested? Though DeSantis said on Twitter Thursday he will not help in any extradition request. Experts cited by Inside note that while the governor could possibly delay Trump's extradition, his approval is really an administrative formality. He wouldn't be able to totally stop the ex-president from being charged. What happens once Trump is taken into custody? Trump will likely be booked at the Manhattan DA's office, where he'll have his fingerprints and mugshot taken and have his DNA and other information taken before he's formally arraigned and appears in court. Will Trump be handcuffed? While Trump has reportedly expressed interest in making his arrest into a spectacle, it's not likely. Trump will do the traditional perp walk. I think he's been perp walk. Before he's arraigned in handcuffs. Experts cited by insiders speculated given the optics of handcuffing a former president, which could play to Trump's claim that the Manhattan DA, Alvin Bragg, is politically biased against him and potential security concern. Will Trump be held in custody? Trump is almost certain to be immediately released once he's arraigned, particularly under new bail rules in New York that allows people who are indicted on misdemeanor charges or non-violent felonies to be released on their own recognizance. Without bail, I don't like that word. Without bail, unless they're deemed but to be a flight risk. That word is unnecessary. You can just say their own recognition, or it's just a fancy word. Manhattan criminal cases typically take more than a year to go to trial. Experts cited at Reuters note, so Trump trial likely wouldn't be for a while, possibly until the 2024 election season is well underway, or even after the election takes place, which Reuters notes would be uncharted legal territory. If Trump were tried on state charges as president or president-elect, will he be convicted? Will he be indicted? I can say all that. I can explain all that. So essentially, Trump has been indicted. Tate is out. Essentially, what they're saying Trump did is Trump used his business to do illegal payments to people, probably not just Stormy Daniels, but many women, and that is illegal. It's a misdemeanor. So even if he did go to jail, it probably really wouldn't be long. It's up to 4 years, so he probably wouldn't go to jail unless they got some way worse than that. Will he be arrested and handcuffed? That will cause a riot that he wants, so I doubt it. He might try to make him handcuff him just to make a statement. The man, like I told y'all, the man is a performer. He is an excellent performer. He's not good at business. He is not good at business, I tell you that. But he's an excellent marketer. That man can convince a lot of people of a lot of things. No jail time. I doubt he gets jail time. He might even get guilty with and get charged. Well, I'm thinking he's gonna get called guilty and get a fine. That's probably the most he's gonna get. Let's just be honest. He's gonna get a fine. He's gonna use it. He's actually happy about this. Let's be honest. He is ecstatic that this happened. He's gonna rally up his January 6th coalition. Fox News is gonna make some weird video of edited footage that people are gonna be like unedited, and he's gonna rally his audience. The conservatives love him. He know they love him. He knows they love him. He said it. I go out there and shoot somebody in the avenue and it's going to work out for me. He said it himself. And it's true. He can commit whatever crime, they will defend him. We're in that political climate. What does worry me about this, though, we're going to go into this. I said it in my political discourse video that came out this morning. He's going on a whole tour. He's going to do his justified tour. Going to jail or getting counseled is like the new great thing for everybody now. Andrew Tate getting out of jail, he's going to have a parade in like he's going to have a parade outside of his house in like a week. Watch. Dude got impeached twice and legally sold Trump state. No way he's getting jail. I'm saying he's getting a fine. He probably gonna get found guilty because he did it. He does a lot of legal things. And he's gonna get a fine, but he's gonna pretend to be the victim and they all going to get me. Just like Andrew Tate probably committed some crimes. I don't know if he did the SA thing, but human trafficking. But he did he admitted doing some crimes. That's just, like he said it. Like, yo, I changed up the taxes so they knew not to get the money. That is completely illegal. He admitted that he did it. But guess what? His audience ain't going to care. The conservatives not going to care because they full-on Trump supporter. It is what it is. At this point, are you excited in jail? It's just part of this new game. The thing that worries me about this new game, though, is ever since Bill Clinton got impeached, it's been like this one-upsmanship in trying to one-up the person. To half our politicians is saying, have you seen Marty Taylor Greene? Have you seen some of the far-left Democrats? They don't get on TV as much because they hide them, but they say wild things on Twitter. Go look up. I don't forget what she is. I'm gonna say it probably on that show this week. She say wild things on Twitter, and they just ignore her. But Marty Taylor Greene says crazy things. Lauren Boebert is almost like these people are kind of. I'm just gonna say they're kind of stupid. There's a lot of people, left and right. It's a lot of stupid people. I don't mean to be offensive. I'm just being honest. Because I did politics. If you're smart, you probably don't want to do politics. You don't want these rich people getting their rich lawyers. They don't really know how to do stuff. But a lot of rich people don't know how to do things. So they hire these real smart people who got graduated from Harvard with a 4.0 to computer science to look up your information on your entire family. And they'll find out all your cousins that got crimes, studies, and all this. And they will find your life. And they'll tell you your nephew was on drugs and your auntie was this, and they try to put you in jail. They try to lie on you. Half the country hates you for no reason. Why would you want to be a politician? If you're intelligent, why do you want to be a politician? Unless you're a sociopath. If you study America, neither Trump nor Biden are in the top 5 best or worst presidents. We have a lot worse than a lot. But a lot of people disagree with you about Trump, but it's true. Hey, listen, if y'all know about American, Andrew Johnson was something different. Andrew Johnson was something different. That man was crazy. We had some presidents that started the Great Depression. But again, am I excited or happy? Not really. It don't really matter. It's just a game. It's just political game. It's political Tate. It's a little game. Like I said, they probably commit crimes, but y'all don't care. I seen somebody argue. This is my last thing I'm gonna get out of here because I don't want this video too long. But somebody literally told me this. They literally said, listen, before we get out of here, they said, if they can do it to them, what can they do to you? I'm like, they arrest us anyway. If I committed business fraud, I would 100% get arrested. But I don't know what that statement means. No, they're the most powerful people in the world, Zam. Or Trevor, depending on who they talk to me. They're the most powerful people in the world. It can happen to them. Yes, that's the point. It can happen to them. It can happen to Andrew Tate, who's rich. It can happen to Trump, who's former president. Of course, it can happen to me. It can happen to me because I'm just a regular dude. This statement makes no sense. If it can happen to them, of course, if it can happen to them, they have way more influence. I don't want to get in that political talking point, but I appreciate y'all for watching. Do you support Trump? Do you support Tate? Are you happy they out? Happy they in? To me, just part of the game. I just want to tell y'all some facts. And because I never really got it out completely, I do appreciate y'all. I do appreciate y'all. And I do want to say thank you. I appreciate you one more time. And we out.